June 22nd, 2024. Happy National Indigenous Day to all the indigenous people of this planet Earth. As you know, I'm running for MP, and as you don't know, and I would like to inform you, because I have the vision that I will be a Prime Minister come 2025. Well, I hope you had a fine Indigenous Day, doing Indigenous things, wearing on your Indigenous orange shirt, claiming that every child matters. But I'm pretty sure by now you must have drunk yourself silly, and you're sleeping with a hangover, and you give a damn about all the indigenous people, right? Yes, you do. Ain't nothing gonna change. Well, but me, I'm indigenous 365 and a half days of the year. I've lived with the indigenous all over the world. How you doing, sir? No hands, eh? Yeah, I've lived with the indigenous all over the world. And yes, in India, in Africa, in the Pacific Islands, and of course Canada. I'm in my element when I'm with the indigenous, because it's a life that's closer to it's something real, you know. So today I'm going to talk to you about some of the reasons, some of the domains of failure in the indigenous. Yeah, it's a dying. The indigenous are almost exterminated. They're set up for failure by the system. One of the main failures would be the justice system and the legal system. You know, the justice system and the legal system has failed the indigenous. The other domain would be the supposed children's aid society as actually caused. It's a cause of the missing and indigenous people. And what is the third one? I would say it's the alcohol, the Firewater. And there are many more items. I would say the indigenous themselves, you know, are their own enemy. Yeah, alas, it's very sad, but you can buy an indigenous person with a six-pack, my friend. Really, how many times I've been let down by indigenous people just for like, somebody comes buy you a pack of cigarettes, six-pack, bang, you'll just let me down. What can I do? That's the way life is. I'm not holding it against you. I still love you. I'm too indigenous, okay? Yeah, I can go out in the forest and live in style, right? Without jack, with nothing. Anyway, so getting back to, because I'm from a political point of view, what's it going to take? We all have like a whole lot of crapshoot. Like Justin Trudeau has like, oh, the indigenous this and the indigenous that and this and this and this and this. But ain't no jack's going to ever happen. So the first domain, let's talk about the judicial system and the legal system. Have you seen the number of indigenous people incarcerated? It's tedious. Like, yeah, if you're indigenous, you're very likely to go to jail if you encounter the cops. The jails are full of indigenous people. Alas, I used to be a good drinker too, and I've done amigos, and I've been in several drunk tanks, right? Is that what you call them? I like to call them like resort areas of observation. And when you go there in Alberta, Saskatchewan, British Columbia, Ontario, you find the place full of Indigenous people, like full of Indigenous people. Now, why is that? Because I would say they're set up for failure. You're set up for failure. First of all, I would say if the Indigenous people had good legal representation, they wouldn't be incarcerated. They're incarcerated for jack. Really. If the Indigenous had good legal representation, they do not. So many times I have many Indigenous friends, I just talk to them what's going on and I'm fighting the legal system. I say, this is what they'll tell you, okay? This is a standard issue, a standard statement that the Indigenous people make, Mr. White makes. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of whites over here, but all of them whites are Indigenous. This is what they'll tell you. Oh, just plead guilty and get it over with. What? Come again? I beg your pardon? Sorry? Can you say it again? Just plead guilty and get it over with. That is the approach that most Indigenous people have. While that might seem like a good idea on a short-term basis, just to get it over with, you don't realize, my friend, each time you plead guilty, you're setting yourself up for the next time. 100% you're setting yourself up for the next time, because you're setting a precedent and say, oh, look at the record you have. That's why you see the Indigenous people, their rap sheet is like 9 counts. When I was waiting for my bail hearing, so many Indigenous people, I think, like one boy in Alberta and Calgary, he was talking to me. He has like 9 counts. 9 freaking counts. So when he has 9 counts of things on his rap sheet, he's noted as a repeat offender, he's incorrigible repeat. So as soon as next time he comes, the cops are not going to listen to jack what you say. They're just going to put you in. That's about it. How did he get nine charges? It's because the system set him up. So what happens is, the first thing is you do is you go in, you get caught for some freaking thing like domestic violence or like public drinking or like stealing from a freaking store or something, and being under the influence or something in a public place, and then you don't have legal representation. What's going to happen? People are going to say, oh, did you do it? Yeah, okay. So just plead guilty and get it over with, okay? Just plead guilty and get it over with. Yeah. But if you had a good lawyer, like a fine, outstanding, like a Jewish person or like a wonderful Irish person, like if you were like Judge Riker's nephew or like Shea Elliott, the grandson of the Elliott family, the legal families, the Elliots are the legal stalwarts of the local Sanya places, okay? They'll screw your lawsuit up, they'll do anything for you. They have like bags of money. Donald Elliott is the mule. He's the mule runner for all the dirty money. Yeah, that's why he's always in Panama. They even talk about him at the Superior Court of Justice. Say, oh, what a good you are. Fable speech. I'm talking about my freaking case over there. And here we have this wonderful judge. He's a hater. What's his name? I forgot his name. Carey. Judge Carey. Son of a bitch. Motherfucker. Yeah. They're all good old Irish boys. They're actually stone-hearted motherfucking criminals who shouldn't be on the fucking bench to begin with. They're all the pals of that motherfucker uh, Brian motherfucking Mulrooney, yeah, who had a state funeral. Instead of he should have bastard should have been lynched. If he was in Saudi or China, they would take him out and shoot him in the back of his fucking head for all the fucking atrocities he has done. But that motherfucker, he appointed all these motherfucking sons of bitches like Donahue, what is the motherfucker Carey. So motherfucker Carey, right from the bench, he's talking about, oh, instead of talking about my fucking case, who is wasting time on the fucking bench and talking about what a good farewell speech Donald Elliott gave Judge motherfucking Donahue, right? And my complaint, my motion in front of the good pal, Judge fucking Carey, is a very, I think Judge Carey and Judge Donahue both suck each other's dick, right? Yeah, they do. Yeah, I think they're having like sex on the bench. Yeah, pretty sure when everything they can do it, my friend. That's like private legal sex. It's on the Pornhub. You go check it out. So Judge Carey is saying, oh, Donald Elliott, he gave such a wonderful farewell speech for Judge Donahue. Yes. Now, anyway, getting back to the Indigenous. So, one of the fundamental reasons the Indigenous are in such a bad state is because they lack good legal representation. It's because the judicial system is biased against Indigenous. It has totally failed. So getting back to that boy I was talking about with 9 to 10, like a whole elaborate charges on his rap sheet. He starts out first one by, maybe a little getting rowdy or something, public disturbance. He pleads guilty, right? Then what happens? They say, okay, this is your first time, we're going to put you out on bail, and we're going to put all kind of fucked conditions on you. You won't drink, you will abstain from alcohol, you will skip the peace, you will do this, you will stop smoking any kind of drugs, you will stop drinking Listerine. Yeah, I've been so much into Alberta and you go down 17th Avenue, Alberta, on any park bench, you're going to find the Indigenous. There's no money, okay? And the throngs of alcoholism, what happens is, the final thing is Listerine. You're going to get drunk on freaking Listerine, my friend. So you have the Indigenous people like gulp with, yeah, how much does Listerine cost? $4, $5? In those days, it cost like $2. Now it's like $7. So they used to like, oh, you can find us. So, hey, having like a mouthwash. Yeah. And then get some like totally crazy drunk. And it's bad for you. Like Listerine was going to kill you. So what the guy is going to do? As soon as he is released from jail, the first thing he's going to do is go out and drink again. Because alcohol is the only comfort from his dreadful, hard life. Alcohol is his only solace to like keep his keep his body and mind together. So what's going to happen? He's going to drink again. As soon as he gets drunk again he gets rowdy. And then what happens? Again, the cops get called. What happens again? Again, they put him in. And then they will say, you broke this bail condition number 2. Okay, we're going to put you in. Put him in. You put him in for 3 months. Again, he pleads guilty. You say like, oh, did you been drinking? Say, yeah, naturally, I've been drinking. What can I do? Stay. I plead guilty. She gets 3 months. He goes back in 3 months. In 3 months again, when you go to jail, they call it a correctional facility. That's wrong. That's a euphemism, okay? They should call it like a school for criminals. It's a dormitory for criminalization. Yeah, it's a It's a criminalization facility. That's what it is. You go there, the jail. Have you ever been to jail? Yeah, it's a fucking survival in jail, especially our jails. Our jails are overcrowded. We have packed jails. Yeah, and most of the people in jail are 70%, okay? 70% of the people are awaiting trial. They're not guilty, they're innocent until proven guilty, but no, they are awaiting trial. Now he goes over there, he has to like either fall in or he's gonna get fucked up. Yeah. You know the posse gang? There's a posse gang, my friend. And who was the leader of the posse gang? I'm well aware of it. Daniel. Yeah. Daniel got killed in prison. And yeah. There's a very big indigenous gang called the Posses. So then over there you meet other like real incorrigible criminals, okay? Like real career criminals. And then you get criminalized and then you get like, they give you like little jobs and you do this, you just don't ask. This is what it'll be, okay? You just do what they tell you, don't ask questions, and you'll be okay. We'll take care of you. Well, that's how life gets screwed up, when you don't ask questions. Because they send you out to do this and do that and do this and take this package from there and there. And then you become like a full-fledged, hardened criminal. And it all started with what? Pleading guilty. Instead of seeking help or seeking like a solution for your alcohol. Yeah, and then you become like a hardened criminal. You come out in 3 months. And then what's going to happen, my friend? You get into a life of crime, right? You get like all like it's like LinkedIn. This the pen the correctional facilities, as they like to call them. I like to call them the criminalization facility. Where, yeah, it's being like on LinkedIn. It's like being on Bill Gates's networking. You get fully networked with all the freaking criminals in the area. You even tell you like, oh, when you go out, you do this, you go speak to that guy, you go to the guy, you do this, and then you come out, you become like, you get a car, you get a few freaking guns, you pimp some drugs, you become like a full-fledged, hardened freaking criminal. And then again, what's going to happen? When you become a repeat offender, they take your DNA, they know you are, they already have a freaking record, and what's going to think? Anyhow, you're going to get caught, okay? When you're drunk and you do crimes, 100% you're going to get caught. You're not going to go, you're finally going to get caught, okay? You're going to make a fucking mistake, you are going to get caught, okay? And then what happens? Again, you get put in. Again, now this, like I said, oh, Your Honor, this man's a repeat offender and he needs to be put in things, so they put you like for 3 years. And then, after 3 years' time, you have to... How you doing? Very good, sir. How you doing?
Not too bad.
Playing golf? Hey! Yeah, I have 4 kids. At least 4 that I know of. Yeah, I would say I have like 444. Yeah. Okay. Then what happens? So this poor boy, right from the beginning, you get like a big solid rap sheet, and then as soon as anything happens, whether you're guilty or not, whether you're in the right or the wrong, the cops don't care. They go on the precedent. They say if 2 people are fighting, or 2 people in an argument, if the first person does not have a record and one person has like a record, who do you think the cops are going to take away? 100% they're going to take the guy who has a record. So, and by now the cops already know this guy. You're known to the cops. So even as soon as they see you on the road, they're going to just stop, arrest you, frisk your ass. There's already like conditions on your release. Okay, you have to go to the probation officer and all those things. You're not. This is it. They will give you bail conditions, which they know 100%. Like even the prosecutor of Saskatchewan told me, they give you bail conditions that they know that are going to be breached within 5 minutes of your release. Within 5 minutes of your release, you're going to breach your conditions. Everybody knows this freaking thing. They'll give you a no contact order with some woman, you had a domestic fight with. Within like an hour, they're back together. It happens all the time. So that is why the state we are in is because the legal system has failed. It is like a total fucked system. The legal system, judicial system is a fucked system. It is the judges on the bench are the motherfuckers who are real criminals. That's the reason why Brian Mulroney, a honorable member of the Law Society of Upper fucking Canada, had to resign as Prime Minister of Canada. It takes a lot of shit. You have to do like tedious amounts of hateful, evil, really bad things. You think Justin Trudeau's bad? Justin Trudeau's he's really bad. Okay, one of my election promises, I'm going to put the motherfucker in Supermax. Yeah, I'm going to put him in the Supermax. Now, yeah, it's time. He had a whole gala time, but he fucked this country up. So you're going to put him in fucking Supermax for all the things. Like every motherfucker who has failed this country, I'm going to put you bastards in Supermax. That's my election promises, you motherfucking sons of bitches. Even all you fucking sons of bitches on the fucking bench. You have failed society. You have failed Canada. And I am here to fucking bring you to justice. Now, what is the other one that I was talking about? The Children's Aid Society, the alleged. I would like to, we should stop calling it the Children's Aid Society. We should call it the Children's Hate, H-A-T-E, Hate Society. Because the bastards, they truly, really hate children. Really. You talk to the indigenous people, you talk to many sweet ladies, indigenous ladies, they say, oh, the Children's Aid Society took my children. Why is that? Yeah, because you're not letting a child be a whore. You're not letting a child engage in dangerous behavior. You're not letting a child go out and put out. You're not letting a child go out and mix with bad company. You're not letting a child go out and take fucking drugs. You have to, okay? That is what we call liberal, evolved society, okay? Where your child has to go out and get fucked. Only that is what the Children's Aid Society is all about. You understand? Yeah, the freedom of a child to go and mess their life up. The right of a child to bad company. The right of the child to go and drink. The right of the child to go out and spend time away from their family's thing. Indigenous parents have already been through the mill. They've already been fucked over by the system. They know every single fucking trap that is going to happen. They know what's going to happen. If you do this, they know what's going to happen if you go drinking out with this person. Right? They know what's going to happen, what's it's going to lead to. It's like the Wolverine, the Wolverine, it has to parent. The Canadian Wolverine is a good example of parenting. Who is the number one predator for the Wolverine? It's the pack of wolves. Yeah, the only predator that matches a Wolverine is the pack of wolves. It's just like our current day society. society is like a pack of wolves. You might think dogs and lions are, but wolves are like heartless killers. They just come and bite your freaking tongue, and then drop you and just eat you while you're still alive. So indigenous parents, they're fully aware. They know that they have to be careful with their children. They have to be strict with their children. They have to keep the children under close supervision. They have to make sure the children don't do drugs. They have to make sure that the daughters don't go fucking around in the night. They have to do all these things. But if they do all those things and they try to make their children walk on the straight and narrow, as I have tried to do, Children's Aid Society is going to come and say, no, you're not. You will make your child into a fucking hoe. You will make your child go into do dangerous things. You will have to. That is why the fact of the matter is, you don't have any say in the upbringing of your child. The motherfucking Children's Aid Society thinks they have a fucking opinion and a grip about what exactly is the meaning of parenting. All those bastards who work in Children's Aid Society, they're a bunch of motherfucking hating fucking fucks. Yeah, truly, it's a failed fucking society. It's a motherfucking failed society. I will dissolve that fucking society and put all those bastards again in Supermax 2, because you have already committed a crime. You are the fucking criminals who have destroyed the very fabric of our society. You are the fucking criminals who have put our children on the path of fucking destruction with your warped fucking sense of liberalism. You have no sense about what is the meaning of good parenting. You have no fucking, all those fucking bastards, those investigators, those child protection investigating fucking fucks. They don't have kids. They are fresh out of college. Daddy is a fucking cop. So I like children, so I will become a fucking investigator, okay? I didn't qualify for being a cop because I'm too fat. My ass is as big as like Albuquerque. I can't fucking pass the physical thing, but I sure as fuck I can be a child protection workers, right? Yeah, my ass, you see my ass, it's like a dung 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 dung. Yeah? What's the experience? A BA, yeah? Like a BA. You know what's a fucking BA? Like, you have to be mentally fucking retarded to do a BA. You don't have to study. If you're going to do a BA and waste the money, you think BA in fine arts or BA in fuckology, that's their qualification. That is their motherfucking qualification. A BA in fuckology and how to get drunk on pub night and spread your legs wide, yeah, and get fucked in the corner alley. That is the experience of the child protection worker. That's all. So that is their assumption of fucking liberalism. Yeah. So they want your child to be the same. You go get yourself a BA, then you learn how to spread your legs wide and get fucked, right? On pub night, and every night you start vaping, you go to fentanyl, you go out pimping, you start pimping your ass, you keep on doing that. Yeah, that is what Children's Aid motherfucking society is all about. You have no fucking idea about what the fuck is the meaning of parenting. What does it take to raise a good, responsible Canadian child? What does it take to raise a good human being? You have no fucking idea, you motherfucking haters of Children's Aid Society. And I'm not going to let each and every... You have destroyed my children's life, okay? It's water under the bridge. I can't do fuck about it no more. But sure as fuck, I can dismantle you motherfuckers. And that is what I will do. And that is the fucking motivation why I'm running for Member of Parliament. That is the motivation why I will be your motherfucking Prime Minister of Canada 2025. It's because what you have done to me and my children for the past... Because you think, look at me, I went to that fucking dog park, all the motherfuckers walk away. Yeah, you're just like, what am I? You have no fucking idea about who the fuck I am. So what was the third point? The third point is the alcohol. Right? Ain't nothing fuck up the indigenous people like firewater. Yeah, firewater has been used like a biological fucking weapon, okay? A biological fucking weapon on the indigenous. Yes, most of the indigenous people, as soon as alcohol touches the brain, they go fucking wacko, okay? Their eyes change. It's different. There are other people who are from a drinking society, like the Celtics and the Germans and all, who's like a whole life and is drinking. Their parents have a thing. But the problem, the issue with alcohol is, you don't realize if you had like a good childhood, with picket fences, like Don Henley sing "Mommy and Daddy" hanging close by, the end of the innocence, the song of Don Henley. If you had a picket fence, like a good happy life and all that, you can handle alcohol when you grow up, okay? You can handle like a drink or two and be happy and like feel relaxed and stress free and all that crap shit. But if you had like a fucked life, if you had a fucked childhood full of pain, suffering, abuse, as soon as alcohol touches the fucking brain, as soon as it touches the brain, you're gonna wacko. I noticed, okay, I have 16 years of drinking fucking experience and I know everything there is about alcohol, my friend. Of course, I quit drinking for 16 years too. It was very hard to quit drinking, but I was lucky, I was fortunate. I used to work for the British Columbia government, and they put me in this like hard freaking substance abuse management program for like one whole freaking year. 1 year of my life was bang wasted. I thought at that time I was wasted. I used to go for the program and drink, but by the time I finished, I quit and I didn't touch it ever again. So, alcohol is going to destroy. If you are a little, if you have like this is what alcohol does to you. As soon as you drink, it brings back all your childhood memories and all the pain you experienced in your life and all the suffering you experienced in your life. It brings it back into your mind, okay? Now, you are like rummaging, rummaging and chewing the cud of all those things when you're drinking. You're tripping on all those self-pity. You are in self-pity mode. Right? And then if by any chance somebody comes and like touches you, they step on your toe, or they touch a wrong nerve, or they bring to you like they say something to you that really goes and matches some of the past trauma that you experienced. Bang! You're going to lose go wacko, and you're going to go like, bzz, you're going to go berserk. That's what alcohol does to you, and that's what happens to most Indians because they had like a wretched, evil childhood, and then they go whack. And then what happens? The cops get called again, and again they get inside and say, "Look at his behavior, Your Honor. Look at his behavior. Look at what he has done." Well, but if you take the alcohol out of the indigenous person's life, he ain't gonna do crap. No, he won't even talk to you. So those are the three. How are you doing? Very well, thanks. Yes. So those are the three things that at least those are the least three things that need to be fixed for any kind of real improvement or real development or real fixing the indigenous problem. Like indigenous societies have a problem. You go to the rivers, it's like it's all dilaborated, and indigenous people have so much money now. That's what Justin Trudeau's trick is. Oh, the indigenous people, yeah, shove money down their throat. Oh, indigenous people shove money down their throat. That's how you can shut them up. It's not his money. So again, all that money, what's going to happen with all that money? It's just going to get wasted. It's just going to be thrown away. You just buy a whole lot of bling, you buy a whole lot of things. I don't sell. Right? So that's about a whole thing. How you doing, amigos? Yeah, you're just going to buy like a whole lot of cars, drink a party every night, have like a steak party, get yourself a whole lot of hunting gear, go to the casino. Yeah, I would say, yeah, that's good. Hey, yeah. But if I was indigenous, I would just go back to my roots, okay? I would live in a teepee. I would live like a thing, like I would start speaking my language. That's about it, right? Because while we might think that our current civilization, this Western way of life, is the epitome of civilization, but it's anything but. It's anything but. It is a ruination. It is like an absolute ruination. Western civilization, in many ways, of course, it has its plus points, but in many ways, you see, it is a wasteful. It is a kind of warped liberalism, where they generally don't have the right sense of values. That is why the only kind of sense of values you really have is acquire more bling and make more money and get more money and get more bling and get more stuff and get more bling, and it's all about your possessions. That's it. That is why at the end of life you realize, oh, life is empty. Like, what have I done with my life? I have all this crap shit that I'm going to have to leave behind anyhow. But if you live in the indigenous life, you are truly living an indigenous life. That is the reason why most indigenous people, they get drunk. They can't have like one or two drinks, because alcoholism or having a problem with alcohol is because you have a spiritual being. You have a sense of spirituality. You want to connect and go higher and higher. You just can't stop at one drink or two drinks or three drinks. You're just going to finish the whole bottle and every kind of alcohol in your sight, because you just want to go higher and higher and higher till you meet the higher power, till you find yourself. That is the. But if you live a spiritual indigenous life, like Tecumseh or like Sitting Bull or like 10 Bears. Oh, by the way, I'm 999 bears. Yeah, what can I say now? That's the least bears we need, Then you would be different. Now, I would say I'm almost done over here. Now, what would be some of the positive things that we can do, that indigenous people can do? One is get back to your culture, my friend. Start living like you used to. I think this whole world needs to learn from the indigenous about how to live a sustainable life. During the indigenous time, there were no landfills. During the indigenous time, there was no like all this wasteful garbage. During the indigenous time, there was no this stupid ass Western style has brought this planet to its freaking knees. So get back to being indigenous. Start learning your language. Because when the language, every word I say, every word is something. Like a long time ago, I read a book. Every word is a thought. And if you learn and so with your language, with every word you speak and learn, you are resurrecting the past. You're bringing back the old. So some of the most imperative thing is all this money that you got over here, I would say use it wisely. Like if some of you are indigenous, I will help you. Like again, I want to help you, but no, my friend, you just want to go suck Bill Gates' dick. You know, most of the indigenous people, they use Microsoft because it's easy and all that. No, you got to use like different technology. I'll help you. You know, you just get in contact with me. I will make you like a sustainable, self-sufficient community. I'll show you how. You have your own electricity, you have your own telephone system, you have your own phone system, you know, you have like your own 4 sources of food. You just like everybody can go fuck themselves with all that money you have. But again, you're not going to listen to me because that's like I told you in the beginning. Yeah. A 6-pack or a packet of cigarettes is all you take to sell me out. Yeah. I mean, don't take me bad, don't take me wrong, but that's the way life is. I'm not holding it against you. It's because the way life is, you know. You're so freaking hard up and all that. It's just like a little bit of shit and you'll sell me out. But it's all right. I'm not really thinking. I don't hold any grudges against you. Because I myself, when I'm with the indigenous, I'm in my comfort zone, you know, because I'm indigenous in many ways too. Because I'm a spiritual being too, because I share many things. As soon as alcohol touches my brain, my eyes go psst too. So the long and short of it is, to recap, the judicial and the legal system is biased against indigenous people. Indigenous people do not have legal representation. That one needs to be fixed. You have to invest in the best possible lawyers that you have. Okay? You gotta fight steel with steel. Anyhow, I'm going to overhaul this judicial system because it's a rape scene. They have raped us, these motherfucking sons of bitches, based on the need for their retainer and all that money they're putting the Bahamas. You can find the most number of people, the most highest profession of the Panama Papers are all fucking judges, lawyers, even the International Court of Justice, that fucking whore who made an order on the Israeli and Gaza thing. She's her husband, Richard Donahue, the motherfuckers in the Panama Papers. Yeah, so this is what they've done. They've raped society, taken all that money, put it all away in no taxes. They ain't paying no fuck taxes, okay? They hate taxes. You talk about taxes, the judges are going to get all pissy. They put it all in the Bahamas, and now they're sitting on the bench molding society, you know, with their fuck up orders. That's what they're changing society. They're changing civilization one order at a time. Each time a judge makes an order, that thing becomes law. And based on that, you can go and seek another thing, and you can build a castle of shit. That's what we are existing, a castle of shit. Really. We live in a castle of shit built on hateful, really hateful, biased, criminal motherfuckers on the bench making these orders. Second is the children rate society. Again, that one needs to be pish. All of them put in fucking supermax for their crimes against children. And the third is the alcohol. Okay. I hope you find your indigenous spirit. I hope you find your past greatness. I hope you find the past greatness like Tecumseh, like Sitting Bull. Really, indigenous cultures have been exceptionally there. Thing. I'm quite interested in learning indigenous languages, but there's really no real facilities. Lambton College is one. Oh, by the way, I'm banned from Lambton College. Yeah, I am. I'm banned from it. Can you imagine me banned from Lambton College? Yeah, I am. The other thing is, yeah, okay, I gotta go.